Hi everyone, this is Job Rodriguez and welcome to the fourth video of our TypeScript series. In this video, we're going to talk about utility types. In utility types, TypeScript provides several of them to facilitate common type transformations. These utilities are available globally. Okay? So before we discuss key off, type off, then index conditional map types, it's best that we understand utility types. So I won't be covering every utility type that TypeScript has, but you can read the documentation just in case you need to. Okay? So here are the common utility types that I and George have identified that will be useful for us. So we have the awaited type. So the awaited type unwraps promises. So here we have type S equals awaited promise string. So type S is essentially a string. There we go. Then we have type B equals awaited promise number. Essentially that is a number. Type C awaited boolean or promise number. So it's either a number or boolean. Okay? So this is useful for promises just in case you have async, await, or promises. Next is we have partial type. So this is useful to setting them to optional. So here we have interface to do, title string, description string. As you can see here, they're both required. Then when we have function update to do, then fields to update, partial to do. Okay, as you can see here, fields to update, partial to do. So that means that title may be there, description may be there. Okay, so as you can see here, cons to do, so title, then description. Then here we have update to do. So to do one, then description, throw out trash. As you can see here, title is missing, but TypeScript did not throw us any error. So as I can see here, I forgot to add for pick and omit. Let's just add the code for that. So pick, okay, then omit. There we go. Let's just remove this, comment them out. Okay, so let's to do preview, then let's set this to do preview omit, then to do omit. Okay, so here let's also change this to do omit. Okay, then to do omit and to do preview omit. Then this should be to do omit as well. Then let's get the definition. Okay, there we go. So now let's discuss pick. So as you can see here, pick, we have type and the keys. So we can construct a type by picking the set of properties keys, string literal or union of string literals from type. Here we have interface to do, where title string, description string, completed boolean. So we can create type to do preview equals pick to do. We have the type here. Then we have title or completed. So when we check to do preview, we have title and completed. So pick is useful since we already have an existing interface. We already have an existing type. So instead of creating interface to do preview, yada yada yada, what we can do instead is just reuse to do and pick the specific keys that we want. And that saves us time. Okay? Then here we have omit. So we can construct a type by picking all properties from type. So everything is selected, then removing keys. Okay, removing keys. So let's see how it's used. For example, here we have to do omit, and we have four keys here. We have title string, description string, completed boolean, created at number. Now, instead of creating a new interface, what we can do is just use the omit utility type, where we get the type and we just specify that, hey, let's remove description. And as you can see here, we have to do preview omit where description is not anymore included. Now, ain't that convenient? Okay, so now, yeah, okay, we have omit, another example here. So here we have to do. Okay, so I think this should be to do omit as well. So let me update this. Okay, so we're removing completed and created at. So to do info now only has title and description. So another example of showing the power of the omit utility type. Next, required. As you can see here, we have our props. And we see that A and B are both optional. So when we're using cons obj, then props, even if B is missing, TypeScript does not throw us an error. But as you see here, when we use required props, B is declared here. B is missing in type. So to fix this, we should use B5. Okay? So, but here we're experiencing error since B should be a string. So, hey. Okay? But for example purposes, let's just leave that blank. So, you know that when you look at the code, that obj2 is missing the string. Okay? Next is we have return type type. So, construct a type consisting of the return type of the function type. So, is that confusing? Kinda. Okay, so in order for us to understand it better, let's look at our examples. So here we declare a function f1. So the return type is an object where a is a number, b is a string. Okay, so here we have to return type. Then we have here nameless function, arrow function, where the return type is a string. So when we hover, to is equal to string. Okay? Then we have here t1, the return type is void, and t1 is a void. Then we have here return type. So t, so we have here a generic t, then return type t. So t2 is actually unknown. Okay, so unknown is one of the types. So let's go to everyday types, then look for unknown. Unknown. A search TypeScript unknown. Okay. Unknown. Okay. So what is unknown? Unknown is the type safe counterpart of any. Anything is assignable to unknown, but unknown isn't assignable to anything but itself. And any without a type assertion or control flow based narrowing. Likewise, no operations are permitted on unknown without first asserting or narrowing to a more specific type. So as you can see here, when we're going to use unknown, we have to be more specific. Like if type of x is equal to string, type of x is equal to number in order to use this. Okay? So this is TypeScript's way of ensuring that we know what we're doing. Okay? So going back, here we have here T3 is an array of numbers. So return type T extends U, then U extends number. Okay, so essentially T is U, then array of numbers. So essentially this is array of number. Then next here, T4 return time type of F1. So what is F1? Okay, as you can see here is an object of a number and a string. So T4 is a number and a string. Then we have here return type any. So that would be any. Return type never. That would be never. Then here, so return type string. So as you can see here, type string does not satisfy the constraint. Args any. So since it's not a function, but when we label this as a function, we already have a return type. Okay. And here we also have that function does not satisfy the constraint. Okay, so maybe if we try to do similar, okay, it works as well. Okay, so now we have T8 is any, then T7 is any as well. Now let's go to our last utility type. So here we have constructs an object type whose property keys are keys and whose property values are type. This utility can be used to map properties of a type to another type. So let's see how that is used. So we have an interface cat info where we have age and breed. Then we have type cat name. So we have here Miffy, Boris, and Mordred. And they're separated by our union operator. So we have here const cats, record cat name, cat info. So when we check cat, we have record, cat name, cat info. So okay. Okay, so as you can see here, we match the type with the keys. So what are the types? Miffy, Boris, then Mordred. So what are the what is the interface of these types? That would be cat info. Cat info containing age and breed. So that's really convenient. Since we've identified our keys ahead of time with the types here we have in cat name, then they all share a common they all share a common they all share a common interface cat info. So instead of having, for example, let's say Miffy cat info, we can all just use record. Okay? So that's it for utility types. See you in the next one.